The replica, they did establish the sub-energies within their environment. They did establish the moon within their environment. And they also established other heavenly bodies for a reason. So, our ancestors don't consider any being sitting somewhere in the deep of space that or is expecting us that once we die, there is going to be a judgment day that will be done. No, we don't believe in that theory. So coming back to our theory. Now, looking at these heavenly bodies as our ancestors did establish in their individual domain or nature, why is it that necessary for our ancestors to establish an energy called Gu? You know, we call the sun Gu. Why is it that necessary for our ancestors to call Gu to their domain? Why is it that is important for our ancestors to establish that the moon within our nature? There are reasons, and we are going to give you these reasons. Now, looking at the need for human development, looking at the need for sustainability, because our ancestors were the first group of humans on this surface of earth, they did understand that the sun is very superior. The moon and the other heavenly bodies are so important that they cannot live without them. So therefore, they establish, they replicate, they brought down the energies of the sun in their nature, in their environment. They brought down the energies of the moon and the other heavenly bodies in their nature so that life can have equal development on this planet. So, there are questions that do the various deities represent God? First, the sun and the moon. Before I answer this question, the sun, if you go to the Christian system, they always talk about the sun. If you don't know, the 25th December is always attached to the sun god. It's always attached to the sun god. And for that matter, if you don't believe that system, then there's going to be an issue. Yes, so there's going to be an issue because the Christianity, as we call it today, originates from a certain geographical location. And that location believes in the sun god. When we go to our brother Moses, they also believe in the moon. That is why we see on their tower, on their church buildings, on their mosque, the symbol of the moon. That means that in the ancient system, they believe that there is energy coming from the moon. There is energy coming from the sun. That is the reason why we see the other religious system projecting the sun and the moon. But when we come to our system, looking at it clearly, you can understand that our ancestors long ago understood the significance of the moon and the sun. So, if you go to the olden language of Germany, what our ancestors call Buddha, I have been telling you from this very point, from a Efasa Center, that the universal energies, the entities holding the universe, is what our ancestors call Buddha. Buddha Meiji in the farm, Buddha Meiji in the farm, and Gu is the father, Da is the mother. Today I am going to tell you a very brief story in Buddha Meiji that indicates that the Buddha is actually the father mother of the planetary universe. Yes, I will tell you today. So, if you go to the old Germanic language, they call God Buddha. Buddha. How our ancestors also call God. We call it Buddha. But I am telling you that looking at the word God, which today we believe that it is a human being or something that is hidden somewhere that will be coming to judge us. There is nothing like that, but rather the word God originated from the word Buddha, Buddha Meiji. Buddha Meiji. The word God originated from the word Buddha. So, Efan cosmology did indicate that system long ago, before creation of time. So we call it Buddha in Efan cosmology. In African concept, we call it Buddha. And the old Germanic language call it Buddha. Then later, they changed it to Buddha. They brought N to the end of it and they call it Buddha. Then later, Buddha was corrupted to God. Today, we are giving you details. The burning world. And that burning world, the king of that burning world is called Gu. So Gu saw that. And they spoke, and then they came together, and then that got pregnant. So when they got pregnant, the one time is due for her to deliver. So that again, because it's going around, that again, go back to Gu, in telling Gu that time is due for her to deliver. And then Gu told them that, see, my region here is a barren region. You cannot give birth here. So find elsewhere to go and deliver. That, looking at the situation and realizing that time is not on her side, she said, if that is the case, then she rather go to her mother, her female partner, which she called Beko in the story, which happens to be earth. Beko, a nature that can sustain life, because that herself said that she cannot deliver in her own house, because that house cannot also grow or develop or sustain the child. So that went to Beko, which is the earth, and deliver her children on the earth. And then she went back. These children, they grew up, and then they were looking for who their parents are. So they went to consult Efa, and the code that came for them is called Guda Meji. So what happened? Efa told them that you have to go in search of your father and your mother, that they don't live here. So go and look for them. So Efa asked them to carry something. I will make it short because of the video. So Efa asked them to take some water, some food, and some bow and arrow, some stuff along, and go in search of their parents. So they went, followed the steps of the directive of Efa, and they went. When they went, they were in search of their parents. So they were throwing their bow and arrow and all of that. They were going, and then they came across an old man. And the man asked them what they were looking for. They said, they threw their arrow and it got lost and they are looking for it. The man said, there's a lot of heat energy on his head. So if they can, pour some water on the head so it can calm down. That is the sun. So the children helped him with the water. And then he showed them where the arrow failed. So going to pick the arrow, they met an old woman who is also holding her stomach. My children, what are you looking for? They said, we are looking for an arrow. She also asked them for food, which they gave her. Then she showed them where the arrow went. So what happened? They went in to pick the arrow. Before they realized, there came the old man and the old lady, telling them that they are their parents. Because in their world, they cannot sustain them there. That is why they deliver them here. So, now when they were in search of their parents, they were singing. They were singing along the way, looking for their father and their mother. So, what song are they singing? My producer, can you remind me of that song? Guda Meji. Baruti, whatever Baruti, so Marabagi Bona. Fiadaro, Lumi na fiadao, no fie idadara, no fie idudara. Fiadao aohe, ebanu logo mana fiadao tiamala de lacho, de la kofuro aohe. Arutoro arunohe, arutoro sui maradegi bona, betoro maradegi bona. Fiadao aohe, onya fiadao. Fiadagoro aohe, ebanu logo mana fiadao, betuma wede washo, de la kofuro aohe. Arutoro arunohe, arutoro sui maradegi bona. So these children were looking for their father and their mother. That simply tells you that everything that exists on this planet Earth are coming from the sun and the moon. And the moon is the mother of our planetary system. And the sun happens to be the father of the planetary system. So these two bodies, heavenly bodies, are responsible for the life that we have here. That is what we are saying. So, for all that we need to know is that the word God, this is breaking news. The word God is called Buddha. Buddha Meiji. It's called Buddha. It's never called God. The word God came from a farm. The word God was initially called Buddha in a farm. And later, in the old Germanic language, they corrupted it and called it Buddha. They also call it Buddha. And then later, they call it Buddha. Buddha. You can Google and see G-U-D-A-N. You will see Buddha. Which they call God. But it is not Buddha. They added an N because they want to deceive you, the black man. The knowledge is yours. Do not follow any knowledge that was brought to you from a foreign land. That is never your knowledge. Your knowledge is embedded within your genetic, within you. So, Buddha Meiji later corrupted to become Buddha, and today they are calling it God. So, what I want you to know is that there is nothing called God apart from what we know as the sun, the moon, that. These are the two things that we know. They are responsible for creativity in the universe. And if the sun and the moon should stop operating, that is going to be the end of the universe. Whether you believe it or not, this is coming from a vast cosmology. So what you need to understand is that the universe as we see it today, in our human domain aspect of life, the sun and the moon is the father, mother, protecting, sustaining our life. That is what we have for you today. Now, in the wisdom of our ancestors, because they understood what the sun is, they understand as to how the moon that is. Quick, the truth is called Buddha. So I want you to know that even if you want to believe that there is God somewhere, don't call it God, call it Buddha. That name alone is a universal sound formula that can help you project, develop you rather than call it God. In the name of God, there is nothing. But I believe in my ancestors' wisdom that in the name of Buddha lies life. I believe. I trust. Yes. I do. So in the name of Buddha lies the power of the universe. There is nothing in the name of God or Jesus. There is that one. Where is it even coming from? We have nothing like that. There is nothing like that. So what we want you to know is that you, an African child, you must go home. Go back home. There is a need for you to redefine yourself. Because today we are telling you that the word God originated from Buddha. And later called Buddha. And then today they are calling it God. Now, our ancestors, in their wisdom, they realized that they need the energies of the sun and the energies of the moon in their daily activities. So, because they didn't understand how the sun itself was created, they know how the moon was created, so they brought those energies back close to them on this planet. So, someone is asking, do the various deities represent God? Yes. But the question is supposed to be, do the various deities represent Buddha, not God? Forget about the word God. There is nothing like that. Now, the various deities, as I said, we establish the deity, or we establish the sun energy right in our individual homes. And we even have the centralized ones. Again, we have the energy of the moon in our individual homes, and we have the centralized one as well. So, we have today, we have the individual group in the individual homes. Then we have the centralized one, which we call, which we call Nigma. I will give you what we call Nigma later on. Yes. So, and now, we have established in our individual house communities, and then we have the national rights. One example is for so we have these energies within our system, and then we have the universal energies that are the possible that the God to happen to our entire cosmos, including the group of the also available. Yes. Now, but do we worship them? No. Our ancestors, they did not, they have never worshipped any deity. And that's important. They have never worshipped any one of them. Yes. Our ancestors never worshipped deity. Nowhere in our lunar system that are in place for the word worship. Lots of our Siddha is not Siddha. We don't have Siddha. We don't have as God. Yes. What we call Mahu is actually Ma is Da. Wu is Gu. So you can equate it like that. But we don't have what you think Mahu, what you think God exists somewhere beyond the sun and the moon. Please forget it. We have more details for you. Do we worship them? We don't worship them. Let me give you this example. If you have a car, you have to be doing maintenance for this car. You have to love this car to the sense that it will look like you are worshiping your car, but you don't worship the car. You are maintaining the car. You are showing maintenance so that the car can always be in a state of readiness to help you anytime you need it. That is what our ancestors always do, and we are still doing. So we don't worship them, but rather these energies, we command them, we call upon them to come and work for us. So if you are using them, you have to maintain them, but we don't worship them. Somebody is asking, why do we have them, these deities? Why don't we have them? We need to have them because the sun, what is the sun doing? Remember, the sun is not only feeding the human. It's feeding the humans, it's feeding the water, it's feeding the fire, it's feeding the animals, the birds, the air. Everything in this universe is benefiting from the radiation of the sun. Everything in this universe is benefiting from the radiation of the moon. The same way, everything in the universe is also benefiting from the radiation of the planetary world. We shall give you details on all of these things, believe me. So, we have these deities because we need to respect the energies that provide us life. So, if you don't respect and regulate and maintain what gives you life, one day you will wake up and the source of life will be ceased, and that is going to be the end of life. So, good energy. Baluti kolano babeti so malabeni monao. Fiata malo, kolino fiata tao. Fiata so kolino fiata tao. So what he's saying is that show me my father, show me my mother, show me my father, good, the son. Maintain the energies that are giving us life. So they benefit us in several ways. For example, our ancestors established energies. I told you that we have 16 universal energies that constitute the entire creation. And all of these energies, 16 universal energies, our ancestors established them. Yes, they did establish them. So there is a need for our ancestors to establish and maintain them. So we have all of them. The reasons why we are not suffering from earthquake, we are not suffering from the tsunamis, the destructions. Papa Sahaja Yebo Baruna Mokuno Bokono Kuno Yobana Mokuno Ahaja Yebo Yebo Ahaja Yebo Papa Sahaja Yebo Bokono Kuno Aroma Kuno, Yobana Kuno, Rabana Kuno, Toto Kuno, Bajo Yebo. Our ancestors needed to establish this destructive, to establish against the destruction of the universe. So those of you who still think that what our ancestors established are evil, are primitive, are satanic, you have gotten it wrong. I am telling you, the last day or the last energy, the last deity, the last energies established by our ancestors will be destroyed. That will be the scientific instrument or device called space machine. Our ancestors believed in the universe that there are destructive have to establish the energy of the sun, the energy of the moon, Buddha, which the German or the old German language called Buddha, which today is called God. So what we are telling you is that go back home and believe in your ancestral knowledge system. Yes, there is nothing anywhere superior than what your ancestors gave you, than what is or was embedded in your human state, in your genetics. So let us all understand that God, the word God, does not exist. And how God was defined is wrong. What they call day and night, I am going to add it to this teaching. The universe has indeed established. Our ancestors in their wisdom also say that the universe came from Sa. Look at it. Dark energy. Our universe came from Sa, the dark energy. And the dark energy, Sa gave birth to Chi, or what we call Che Meiji in a farm. Sa or Sa Meiji in a farm. So this too is called Sache. So this is the power of Sa, the power of Chi. So the two is called Sachi or Sachi. Yes. This is our cosmology. This is our cosmology. So we have empowered this beast with the originator of the cosmos, the energy that gives birth to the entire universe. So you see the sun, you just help me, sun. Papa, so what it means is that human being is deathless beings. We don't die. We cannot die. We only change the body and go back to nature and come back to where your body again. So the universe started with dark energy, night energy, and this is the day energy. So in the air, we say Zago, but it's not Zago. Because I was telling you that it is Sado, or better still, Sado. The dark energy has come. Sado. And then, if you see your fellow Bokon in the daytime, you greet your fellow Bokon, Chi, Niechia, this is Chi energy. The awakening energy, energy of consciousness, energy of enlightenment. So, Chi came from Sa, so the most powerful energy in the entire universe is dark energy. That is the reason why the black man, the dark man, is the one with the most powerful energy in the entire cosmos. And we use those dark energies, those power, to produce, to prepare Sack beast, and which can take you everywhere you go. And we use the energy of change to prepare this. The two is called Sachi. And there is something there which we will tell you later. How creation was coming, and there was a lot of stagnation, and they have to fail, obey some government to never go for it. We will come back later for that. So let us all respect that our ancestors, they knew God, what they call God, Buddha. We have knowledge about it. There is nobody in this universe that can define or call or explain what they are calling God. They cannot explain what they are calling God, but we can rather define what Buddha, which was later corrupted to become Buddha, which is now God. We can give perfect definition of it. Where the sun came from, I know. Where the moon came from, I know. The things that came together to make the moon, I know. The things that came together to make the sun, I know. Things that the scientific community are making sure, sending space machine to go and get clue from. The first said it thousands of years before the first scientific man was born. So believe your ancestors. This service and the chibis, the two sachets, yes, we are giving them out. If you are ready, you can call us and come and pick yours. Yes. This what we have for you. So you have to. We have some few questions we want to. So we have, yes, we have upcoming program that we want to share with you. It's coming this December. We will come very soon to give you the specific dates that will be holding this event. It's going to be a mind-blowing definition of consciousness, definition of awakening is what will be given to you that day. So, and then we also have, you can go live and watch us. So we shall also be coming Sunday to talk about the Wednesday bonds. The day Wednesday, what does it mean in terms of cosmology? And when it comes to the human aspect, what does it mean as well? We are coming with all of these details on this very Sunday. But then, follow, like the video, the teachings, and share as well. That is what we have for you. And also, the contacts are scrolling on the screen. You can contact us, you can call us through +233 24491 2383 +233 244 91 2383. Yes, we have somebody saying that Kojo Papanto, keep on teaching the ancient wisdom. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much, my brother. Angela Akwe, thank you for watching. All the people who are watching us live and those who will be watching later. Yes, we thank all of you for being there, always making sure that we deliver the exact knowledge of our ancestors. That is what we have. And we also have the retentive memory. We also have the retentive memory, which is also from the formula of Sa and Chi. So we call it Nyasa, Nyasa. You see, the whole cosmos came out of Sa. So if you want to know everything in this life, if it is, let me tell you, what should I mention? Everything that you want to know. For you to know that thing, you have to know the side of that thing. If you don't know the side of that thing, forget it. You know nothing. So if you want to know yourself, you want to know the side of yourself. That is what we call it Nyasa. So if you want to know me to Sa, you have to know Sa. Yes. So yes. So we have the list here, sachet that we are giving out. If you are ready, you can call us. We'll give you. Yes. And remember, this very December, we are coming your way with a spectacular event that is going to shake the universe, events that is going to talk about the awakening power of man and woman, how to awaken yourself and know your Sa and your Chi. So, Buddha is actually what they are calling God today. The old German language call it Buddha. They later corrupted it and call it Buddha because they want to cover our ancestors' knowledge. So they later call it Buddha, and now they are calling it God. What a sin! What is this? So we are giving you all of these details that your ancestors originate the language that the whole cosmos is speaking, the language of man. The language the animals are speaking, the birds are speaking, humans are speaking, was originated by our ancestors. So believe in that energy. Nobody should come and tell you that that energy is evil. That energy is what gives birth. Remember, they even in their scripture, they told you that the universe started from the night, and then God said, let there be light, let there be Chi, and then Chi came. What is Chi and what is if you go to that kind, they also call the dark matter, the dark energy. They call it Sat. So in the night, they say, I guess Sat. You see? That should tell you that the areas, the girls, the accounts, we are one people. The areas, when they go there, we call it Chi. The accounts, when they go break, what do you say? And this is what we're talking about. The universal language. We are not talking about something that they call God, which has no meaning. The meaning is go back to Buddha. You find what Buddha is. And I said Buddha is the sun and the moon. So this is what we have for you today. And my name is Tutusao. So you can call us and we can give you more of the ancestral teachings. Thank you very much. We shall see you again coming Sunday, where we'll give you details on Wednesday bombs and their heads and their universal energies around the cosmological aspect and the human aspect. Before I end my video, my teaching, those of you who are using our knowledge editing your book, we are also writing our knowledge in our book. So if you are stealing our knowledge, be very careful. Indeed, a word to a wise is enough. So, thank you very much for watching us. Advise those stealing our knowledge, advise them. Thank you. You know yourself, or they know themselves. Thank you very much. My name is Tutu Sao.